Welcome to October's mini coffee chat. I've got notes this time so I can remember everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Um, October flew by, at least for me. I was running my workshop, Insta Love Launchpad, and every Saturday just came and went so fast. It's unbelievable. Let's start with my writing. I'm proud of myself. I wrote the last novella that I'm publishing this year is for December, but I wanted to have it ready. It's part of a collaboration, Christmas with Santa Daddy. My book is the last book in the whole series, and it's 15,000 words. I managed to write total on October, 18,000 words. So I'm really proud of that. I was wanting more. I always want more, but that's what I did, and I'm good with that. Um, what else? I've been reading a lot about people who use creativity as a business. And one of the books that I was reading was Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Eat, Pray, Love. And she had this whole concept that you shouldn't put the burden of your finances on your creativity. And that hit hard for me because I started writing for money, not because, I wrote stories as a child or things like that. I I was reading short romance. I got really I loved it. And I said one day, this is something that I can write. This is something that I can do to make money. So it hit me hard because if you disconnect the two, money from your creativity, whether it's writing or painting or graphic design or whatever, digital art and things like that, or music, it's when you detach it from money, for me, it's scary because it means that it's just something that I'm spending my time on without getting anything back except maybe joy. Although I do struggle with my writing, so sometimes not joy, but I do love brainstorming the ideas for the series and thinking about creating a new pen name with I'm going to write this series and I'm going to do this. All the planning. I love the planning and brainstorming of a new series or a new pen name. I haven't, I'm just have the one pen name because it's a lot of work to do all of those things, but I enjoy that part a lot. That brings me joy, and I would do it without getting paid. And enjoy packaging my books once they're all edited and have the covers and everything. And the writing is writing is hard for me. It's hard for me to sit down and write. But so if you separate it and if you don't put the burden of making money, then it's just a hobby or something for fun, something that fills your well. And I don't know if I could do that. Would I write if I didn't make money from it? I'm not sure I would. And I know that you're all guys going to be disappointed in me for saying this. Um, but it's a hard thing for me. And I found it very interesting that she did that. And at the same time, she said that your art or your creativity should be either everything to you or nothing, and at the same time, nothing at all, which I really don't understand completely because I do understand this is a passion and I want to do this and I want all in. And I understand this is just not something that I'm going to do anymore. So let it go and don't even think about it. But I don't understand the in between or those. But it's a really good book, Big Magic, and I really recommend it if you are struggling with your creativity and fear and things like that. I initially bought it because of that, because she touches on the subject of being afraid of expressing yourself completely, being vulnerable. So that's why I initially bought it, but I really found these topics interesting. Um, yeah, November 1st, have you seen all those uh Instagram posts and TikTok posts where the immediately the person is changing um Halloween items and putting Christmas in? I had my little Christmas tree up in September. So we in October 26th, it was a Sunday, and I went to take pictures with my dog. We dressed up. I got us matching pajamas, and we post. He gets tired really fast, and so do I, because we're standing, and he's like 8 or 9 pounds. That's not much, but when you have to be carrying him for quite a while, it's a little bit of a burden. But we just got the proofs back, and they look really cute. We look cute, and I already have a couple of pictures that I'm going to send to my newsletter, my Fiona Clark newsletter, so that they can see my dog Bruno and myself celebrating Christmas. November. November, there used to be NaNoWriMo for November where you would write all the whole month, 50,000 words, or you were supposed to write those. I always failed at whenever I tried. Uh, Either I got blocked, I couldn't write this story, or something happened and I just wasn't able to do it. This year, I'm torn. Should I do? There are a couple of people or organizations that have organized something. For example, Readsy, I think, has sprints, and Pro Writing Aid has Novel November or November Novel, something like that. And obviously Sarah Cannon, which I admire, did the Rough Draft Challenge. That's the name of the website if you'd like to participate in that. And she has a lot of tiers when you don't have to write 50,000 words. It can be 25,000 or 75,000, or a custom challenge for yourself. It could be something different like knitting, crocheting, or doing other types of things. So she has a lot of variation to what you can do, so as a challenge on November. But I don't know. I was going to grab that whole, this whole month and just write my next series for next year, um, write all the books. And it's November 4th, and I haven't written anything. I'm still on the lead magnet. I am halfway in the lead magnet, and I'm writing short. I'm writing 10K words. So these are not novels. I could finish a couple of them, at least four I could finish um, this month. But I don't know if I should be taking a break. But there were months during the year that I didn't write, maybe only 3,000 words, about 2 to 3 months, I think. And I am around 150,000 words, and my goal was initially 500,000 words. That was a reach. And then put in the spreadsheet only 200,000. I left it at 200,000, which was the default that the lady that makes the spreadsheet puts in. And I'm at 150,000 words, and I would like to get to 200,000 words. Um, but I also want to write something that I'm not obligated to write, doing something for fun. And but it's always like if I'm going to write a novel for me is something really challenging. And I'm ashamed to say that I don't believe that I can write a novel, that I'm good enough to write a novel, but you have to write one at least to make sure to see what it's all about. And I want to write one. So I thought maybe use this month for that, but then I can't decide what to write. about. I can't decide the genre, the niche, the tropes, anything. So I don't know if that's going to happen this month. And the Insta Love Launchpad next week, next Saturday is the last Saturday. It went well. I love running the live sessions, but I think it's gonna turn into a self-paced course for the next iteration. Um, I don't know if it's gonna come out on January or February, but I will keep you posted about that. It's basically how to launch a new short romance pen name in 3 to 6 months, and it guides you through that and through the marketing that you need to bake in and all of those important things for you, how to find a niche and tropes that are popular that will help you sell your books more easily. And I'm thinking about doing a series of reviews for here for the channel about writer's block because that's the original idea for author inspiration that I had because I struggle with sitting down and writing the books. I don't know if it's because I'm expecting money from them or if it's because that's not the thing that I'm supposed to be writing. Perhaps that's the second one. So I don't really sit down and not know what to write in the blank page because I usually do an outline and I know exactly what's going to happen, but sometimes it's very vague, like intimacy scene, and I don't know what's going to happen there, or the meet cute something. I just put a phrase in the outline and I need more direction than that. But what I do suffer from is the actual sitting down to write. It's very hard for me to say, I'm going to write now and do it. That's really hard for me. And I postpone it and postpone it. I usually do better with deadlines because I know I have commitments and I have to keep them. So and right now I don't have any more commitments until February, but I do want to launch this new series. And that means I need, at least I'm going to have to write in December. I want to write 2 books for January. So I need to write them and then send them to my editor. So I need to give her time to do her work as well. So we'll see what this month brings. And for I'm always almost looking toward December, but no, November. Well, my plan is to at least finish the lead magnet that I'm working on, and maybe one more story. It can be anything. I would like to do something fun. So that's it for this month's coffee chat. I hope that you are doing well and that you're able to sit down and write your book, your masterpiece. And remember, you don't have to just do one masterpiece. You can finish that one and do the next and keep improving them book after book after book. So those are some of the top topics that I would like to talk to you guys about during the next few videos.